And welcome to Ask2Know. And this is the Culver City Candidate Youth Forum. I am your MC for the evening, and thank you all for showing up and showing your support. A quick shout out to our sponsors: the Exchange Club of Culver City, Keizo, John Reardon Plumbing, Real Soda, and Dr. Sandra Moldavin, whom you may recognize from the TV show The Doctors on CBS. Also, big thanks to the Girl Scouts of America. They're helping out today too, so we really appreciate their help. All right, now on to our candidates. In alphabetical order, please welcome everybody. We have Jim Clark, Scott Nelson, Stephen Murray, Nihal O'Leary, Megan Sally Wells, and Andrew Weitzman. And now we have our lovely moderators, Nicole Martin and Claire Wineland. Nicole, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, my name is Nicole Martin. I'm a senior at Culver City High School. I'm currently the opinions editor of the school newspaper and involved in the AVPA program and the mock trial program at the high school. I previously worked on a Nancy Goldberg school board campaign, and I've lived in Culver City High School. I've lived in Culver City my whole life, and I've attended Culver City schools. And this is Claire Wineland, a former Culver City local whose foundation is actually the recipient of tonight's silent auction. And if you haven't heard, there are Freddie Roach signed boxing gloves and some great certificates to Akasha, Tender Greens, KZO, and a few other great options. There's still time to place your bid. Hey Claire, why don't you tell us a little bit about your foundation?
Alrighty then. Thank you, Nicole. I feel very professional. Well, my name is Claire Wineland, and I started my foundation around 2 years back, and it's really just to help other kids with cystic fibrosis like me. And really, it's kind of been a very long journey through that whole thing, but I've really learned kind of the power of kids and teenagers and the effect we can have on people. So I'm really honored to be here, and I want everyone to help me welcome Michelle Mayans, who is the fabulous and amazing brains and heart behind this whole thing. She is the creative director and producer of Kids Scoop Media, and she helped out with this whole event. Please welcome Miss Michelle Myers.
Hello. I just want to say thanks, you guys, for coming. It really means a lot to get the kids and teens involved in the political process. And I want to thank the wonderful high school teacher, Genevieve Gilbert-Roll. She did so many hours of her time, and she doesn't even know me. I mean, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And of course, I want to thank my awesome moderators, because you guys are great. And I'm so privileged to have you back in Culver City, Claire. You're great. I love you. So anyways, on with the show, and or the debate, or the forum. And then I guess we're ready to go. Thanks.
So to start, the candidates are going to give a 2-minute introduction about themselves, and we're going to start with Mr. Clark.
This is working? Thank you, Nicole, Claire, Kate.
Oh, one last thing. In your introduction, please explain what kind of pizza you chose and why.
That goes beyond my 2 minutes.
Take a break.
Hi, I'm Jim Clark, and as kids, you should aspire to dream big dreams, and you should try to follow those dreams. In my case, my dream was to become a professional baseball player, at least until I was 7 years old. And then I decided I got interested in politics. And at 8, it was a presidential year, and so I ended up opening up a polling booth on election day in my garage so the kids in my neighborhood could go ahead and vote. Many years later, I was a volunteer in San Francisco of a program called Kids Voting, where kids actually get to go to the polling places on election day and vote with their parents. And the interesting thing was that because of the kids' involvement, parent turnout in elections increased by 4%. I lost my first election in the 9th grade, but that should be okay, actually, that you can lose an election and keep trying, because I became sophomore vice president, I was junior class president, I was student body president. After college, I was in the military, so I wasn't really able to get involved in politics. But when I got off active duty, I moved into Culver City, and I became active with the Culver City Democratic Club. And that later led to me being elected to the Los Angeles County Democratic Party and becoming its chairman. And after that, I became secretary of the California Democratic Party. So because of my involvement in politics and my contact with elected officials, I was hired by our Congresswoman Diane Watson, first here in Los Angeles to be in her district office, but later in DC to be her chief of staff. As a result of that, I became in contact with all kinds of federal officials. My work in DC provided the experience to be selected by Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa to be Director of Federal Relations for the city when I wanted to return to California. As such, I helped the city obtain over $10 million annually in congressional appropriations. I got a little bit more to go here. And I'm in charge of overseeing $711 million right now in stimulus money that the city is awarded. Last December, because of my work with grants, I was appointed the due position of Director of the Mayor's Office of Grants.
Mr. Clark, the speaker's time has elapsed.
Okay.
Can you please finish?
Want me to tell you what pizza?
Yes, please.
I ordered the Buscata pizza. That was the artichoke hearts and olives. It's a vegetarian pizza. First, I'm from California. I love artichoke hearts. And any time around the holidays, you remember the thing I used to really like about black olives is you could put them on your fingers and you could eat them that way. I think you did too. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Clark. All right, Mr. Malcolm, you have 2 minutes for an introduction.
Okay, hi everybody, it's great to see you. I'm Scott Malson. I was elected twice to the Culver City Council and served as mayor from 2008 to 2009. And I'm glad to have a chance to speak with you about Culver City's future. It's not often that the generation that's going to inherit Culver City gets a chance to weigh in. And as a dad, your issues are important to me. Culver City is living proof that win-win outcomes are possible when we work together. We've got a strong community and retain our unique identity. We've become a cultural destination while remaining a great place to live. But Culver City is facing many challenges, especially from the loss of our redevelopment agency, the engine of so much of our positive change and growth. It will not be easy to overcome these challenges, but I know I can help us do it. I've proven my ability to find win-win solutions during my years on the council. Here are 3 examples. I propose zoning changes which protect the character of our community while creating new park space and providing opportunities for economic growth. I brought us Indiecade, maybe some of you have been to it, the independent festival of video games which brings worldwide media coverage and new prominence in a dynamic industry. And I put forward our Park Enhancement Program grants to partner community spirit with private sector donations to improve our parks. Looking to the future, it's clear our success depends on fiscal discipline, but Culver City needs tens of millions of dollars to improve its streets and sidewalks. Last year, I proposed a plan that will help us achieve that. It will help us achieve fix our infrastructure, maintain our services, and become financially sustainable. Being a councilman is about more than policy, though. It's about service to you, and I do mean you, answering your questions, addressing your concerns, and assisting your efforts to improve Culver City. And I'm really proud of really focusing on that. I have to stop now. I look forward to having more chance. The 2 pizzas. A mushroom pizza because it's sustainable and organic, and a pepperoni pizza because it's full of energy and spice.
All right, thank you, Mr. Murray, you have a 2-minute introduction.
I'm Steve Murray, City Council. I'm going to walk out in front here, it's a little different. My wife's a performer, she does this all the time. Now, I ordered the pesto pizza. Did anybody have a slice of that? There's only 16 slices. I only got 1 pizza. What do you think of it?
It was good.
It was good, yeah. It's pretty good. It's sort of like my campaign. Pretty good. I'll have to go around, I think, but you know, once you taste it, you're hooked, I think. And so what I want to do is, I want to make Culver City a world-class city. I want to make it economically, environmentally, and socially sustainable. that's a pretty big job there. I mean, to be sustainable means to use our resources wisely. You know, we have a big deficit right now. It's getting bigger. We have to cut things in order to make things happen. I tell people, you know, it's like we're on a sinking ship here, and you can't yell about the shuffleboard being off level when the whole ship's sinking. So I think we have to make some really strong choices this coming election year, or you guys make choices. We got to follow through. So I'm the candidate saying, let's cut. Let's cut services. Let's bring it on back. These are all great ideas to make more money, bring more revenue, but I say no more taxes, you know, no more increasing fees. And you know, it's a tough choice, tough thing to swallow. No unions are supporting me now. They're saying you're cutting our jobs too. There's going to be at least 6% I'm going to cut if I'm elected. It's pretty depressing, isn't it? So I have to be up though. I can't just talk depressing. I have to be up as well. How much time do I have left?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Oh, okay. Well, it's a nice day outside, isn't it? I mean, what's the weather?
Chilly.
Okay. So, do you have something positive I can add to that? Well, I'll be a world-class city. I mean, what I want, of course, to do is to be sustainable, and not just pay lip service to it. I see the stop, and I'm going. But to also just keep on being. Well, I'll just stop there.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Murray. Mayor O'Leary, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Nicole and Claire. I'm Micheál O'Leary. I originally came to America in 1987. I'm obviously an immigrant from Ireland, if the accent didn't give it away. $700 in my pocket. I was on a student visa from University College Dublin. I got a job in a local restaurant. And then my option was to go back to the country I had just left, to finish my degree and get a job in a country that had 18% unemployment. Or I could overstay my visa and stay in America illegally for 4 years and try to be one of the lucky ones to get a lottery visa. I took the latter, obviously. I was lucky enough 4 years later to get a lottery visa. I continued in the restaurant business, got into management, learned the back room. I already knew the front part of the business. I knew how to entertain guests. I knew how to serve them their food. But I needed to know the numbers. I needed to know what makes a restaurant survive, what makes a pub bring back more customers. So I learned all of that stuff, got into management. Then I leased a business down in San Diego, and now I currently own 2 businesses. To me, this is the American dream. It's not dead, it's alive. I came from a country where everyone seemed to know each other. We waved at each other on the street, said hello, walking down even a busy thoroughfare. They wave here in cars, but it's a different kind of wave. I want to bring Culver City back to that, where we can all say hello and chat and keep Culver City, this small town as it is, but bring in the business experience that I have to make it profitable and make this city work and continue us going in the right direction. When I was choosing pizza, because the stop sign was up, when I was choosing pizza, I saw 5 different kinds of pizza, the works, something else and something else. And I said, rather than choose pizza for them, I'll buy all 5 of them, and you guys choose what you like. So that was my idea.
You have 2 minutes to speak.
All right, thank you so much. It is amazing to be here in my position looking at you. I think what we're fighting for, when we're fighting for Culver City services, when we're fighting for Culver City schools, we're fighting for where we all live and for your future. I became active in politics when I was a little, I think I was in junior high, it's middle school now, but we called it junior high back then. I was part of the LA Student Coalition, and at that time there was apartheid, and we knew it wasn't right, so we got together, we protested, and although we can't take credit as students for having brought down apartheid, I know that we made a difference. Before I could vote, I was registering people to vote. It's something, politics do matter. And local politics matter even more because you know what? So few people actually vote. That when you do vote, your vote counts several times. How many, just by a show of hands, can you show me how many people will be eligible to vote on April 10th? That's pretty good. Are you registered? Those of you who can, are you registered? We do have voter registrations. Yeah, you have until, for this, let me tell you, for this election, you have until March 26th. That's coming right up to register to vote. Please tell your friends, it really does matter. I grew up in Culver City, and I'm happy. I lived abroad. I lived in France for several years. I did the study abroad program. I had a great education, and I was able to travel to many countries in the world. And I feel very fortunate to have been able to do that. But I came back to Culver City, and I brought my family here, and I just feel really lucky to be here. I've been involved in my community in many ways. You'll be able to see that in the brochure and in my children's schools. So my time is up. Do I have pizza time?
Yes.
All right. Okay, spinach and tomato, because those two things are something that I grow in my garden. Cheese, because my kids are purists. They'll be and the Bronx special, because it's good.
Thank you, Ms. Aliwa. Mr. Westman, you have 2 minutes to speak.
Thank you very much, and I certainly appreciate all of you taking the time to be here this evening. Like Nicole, I have lived in Culver City my entire life. Unlike Nicole, I've been here since 1952. My folks moved to Culver City when I was 2 years old. I've been here my entire life. I have been involved in the Culver City community since the John F. Kennedy election in 1960. The first time I worked passing out literature was for Kennedy. Did it again for Lyndon Johnson in 1964. And I've essentially been committed to the task of community service in Culver City since then. I'm proud to be on the City Council currently. I was elected 4 years ago. Prior to getting on the City Council, I have served in virtually every appointed commission in Culver City. If you have a copy of my brochure and take a look at it, you'll see my extensive community service activity going back nearly 4 decades. I'm a testament to getting involved and staying involved, and I think that's what makes this evening so very special. It's easy for people, or comparatively easy for people, to get involved when there's a single issue that motivates them. It's harder once that issue has been resolved to continue to be involved in a community like Culver City, a community where we enjoy an outstanding quality of life, a community where being involved can make a difference. I am committed to the notion of making the quality of life of Culver City the best it can be. I'm committed to not only maintaining the high standards that we currently have, but continuing to work hard to make Culver City the best possible place to live, work, and play. With regard to my 2 pizzas, I was going to get these out of the way first because it's embarrassing, but like Mousen, like Mr. Mousen, I chose a mushroom pizza. I chose a mushroom pizza because I'm a fun guy. The other pizza, however, is more important to me. The other pizza has every conceivable topping on it, and I chose a pizza of that concoction because when I got on the council 4 years ago, I was determined to bring about a different attitude and sense of civility and decorum in council meetings, and being able to work with everybody, being able to work across all political lines is something that I pride myself on, and I thought an Everything Pizza captured that spirit. Thank you all very much.